Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. As you can probably kind of see and hear, back up at the shop today because that's where we're at. A couple problems. We're getting some noise out of the chassis, creaking and popping noises out of the chassis, and we think we have found that problem. Put it up in the air and got to looking at it. And let me show you this. All four of these drive shaft bolts are loose. They're so loose that you can actually turn them by hand. And so we think the popping and pinging noises we're hearing is coming from that. We're pretty sure. There's some other places here on the chassis where we mounted these track bars where we might want to go in and install. We think that might potentially be a problem as well, because we're getting a little bit of a creaking noise out of it. And we also think possibly that our tie rod ends have worn out. Kind of hard to see because the lighting's not very good, but they're pretty frayed. They're kind of frayed. So I think we're going to replace the tie rod ends. And while we're at it, we're going to pull the diff cover. Just make sure we don't have any damage in there. But we've got some other weird things going on. And I'll include some close-up pictures of it. We've got oil spatter right above the pinion and drive shaft, the U-joint attack. It's on the exhaust. It's overhead on the floor of the bed. It's a little fresh right here, and a little fresh right there, all over the bottom edge of the gas tank. Very fresh right here, very fresh. And so we might have a pinion seal that's leaking, possibly. I'm not sure. But we're going to take the diff cover off and check our fluid level and check the inside of that and see how that's doing. But what's even a little more concerning is that right there. That's very fresh. So we got some things to work at, but the main reason we ended up back in the shop is this right here. So the electric fans quit working, the cooling fans, and couldn't figure out why, because all the wiring looked good, connectors looked good, there was nothing frayed or damaged in any way, and we could manually power each one of the fans up. It's got dual fan setup. So when we pulled the connectors, we can manually put power to them. They both spin. So like, huh. So we had this little box mounted on the firewall right here. This is the part of the Power by the Hour standalone engine management system. And this was full of water, flooded with water. This whole thing was full of water, and it's hard to see right here, but we can shine a connection ports on the back here, and we can see a little bit of corrosion. Same the pins. Like I said, it doesn't show up here, but we can see a little bit of corrosion on some of the pins in this Eaton brand fuse control panel here. And so we're going to have to relocate this and seal it. In fact, I had the truck up here at the shop, and we had really heavy rain a couple of days in a row. And the truck sat outside during the daytime, and we think that that's where it got the water intrusion, got into the electrics. So we have an idea of a new mounting location for that engine control fuse panel. So we're going to build, we'll have to fabricate that. We're going to build that. And we're playing around with the idea of relocating the battery. Not sure yet if we're going to do it or not, but if we do, probably most likely going to be right there. Build some sort of, fabricate some sort of metal box to mount right there to the frame. There. We'll see. I don't know yet. That's a low priority item right now, but the main thing is that electrical problem, and we're also going to bleed the clutch and see if that helps the clutch out. Some of my previous videos I mentioned I was having clutch problems, so we're going to do a pull a bleed on the clutch and test it out and see how that works. And if we still have problems, then we're looking at pulling the transmission and doing a clutch and throwout bearing replacement. So we'll see. So anyway, that's the latest update on the truck. And appreciate y'all tuning in. We'll see you later.